What's going on, guys? It's Jack, and today we're running the 360 winged sprint cars at Williams Grove Speedway in an official race. Now, it's open setup, like most of the official races in the winged sprint cars, and right now you're watching my qualifying lap. I did 2 laps, so go ahead and watch that real quick. I nabbed the wall right there, and that gave me a time 0, and it didn't count my lap. And I actually had a little bit of damage, I want to say, to my car. It steered a little bit different, so I had to kind of figure out how to work with it. So right now, this is a lap that counts, and I already blew the first turn, so it wasn't looking so good. Track is super rough here when it dries out. It gets real bumpy, and it throws you around, and it's pretty wild. So getting real close to that wall here. That lap time will put us 6th for qualifying. Now the heat race, I think we set up to be 3rd, so we're on the 2nd row on the inside. And the heat races are 8 laps here. I'm pretty sure they're 8 laps. It doesn't say anymore on the laps on the top for some reason, but they're 8 laps. We're on the inside row in that red car. We're going to do a TV3 view here at the start to get an overview of everything that's going on. Green flag drops. Looks like we picked a position off right on the start by a long shot. I don't know if that guy on the outside was sleeping or what, but we got the jump there. And already stuck our nose in on the leader right there just to show him we're there. So things are looking good already. I knew I had a pretty good car. Actually, I didn't know I had a good car. I got this setup off the internet, and I just hoped it worked, and it actually felt okay. It was pretty far off in qualifying, so I was a little worried. But with the fuel, I think the fuel is 30 gallons for race fuel, and that you can only do 2. There's only 2 options now. You got the race fuel and like the qualifying or hot lap fuel. So that was the options at the time. I don't know if they've changed them now, but this is at the time that this video, there's 2 options. So we're running with the full load of fuel, so the car felt better, and it was actually pretty fast compared to qualifying. See, we're 3 wheels on that back straightaway right there, all the bumps and stuff. It's pretty wild. But right now we're sitting P2. Oh, it actually does show the laps. So we're just now hitting lap 3, so we're almost halfway. And 1, 2, 3, pretty close. We're about, actually 4 and 5 aren't too far back either. So everyone's a little tight here, within a 10th or 2 per position, maybe half a 10th, not much. And it only takes a lap to, ruin the distance you've been creating. So very easy to make a mistake here. As you guys can see, that dark stuff on the inside, that's real slick. That's not tacky, that's slick. The real dark stuff up top is tacky, but you can see it's real dry right there on the bottom. So we're trying to avoid that by hitting the high line. And the high line's really sketch because it's a heavy car when you're coming in that fast. It likes to slide around, so we like to hug that slick stuff a little bit so we don't go too far up and really kill time. So on board with me, I had a faster car than the guy in front of me, believe it or not. I was actually surprised, like, wow, my car's actually kind of fast. I just couldn't figure a way around him. It's really hard here. There's only one line pretty much, and I just couldn't figure it out. So I'm trying as hard as I can to get around this guy, but it's not like I'm crazy faster than him. It's just I feel like I'm a 10th or 2 quicker. As you can tell, I got a way better entry than him for sure on 3 and 4. And like I said, you can't change lines and try to pass. It's a little hard here. So just trying to pressure him, get as close as I can without wrecking him or myself, and just pressure him into a mistake. But I gotta watch out, because if he holds me up any longer, 3rd place could get on me. So I'm kind of bouncing between the 2 guys here, like what do I do here? Because as long as the leader goes faster than 3rd's pace, we're okay. But I think that was a checkered flag, so we'll finish P2. Pretty good heat race, not gonna lie. 1, 2, 3 was fairly even. So a little worried in the final, or feature you could say. I was kind of thinking like, man, okay, we're all pretty close here, and I got 2 other guys now that I haven't raced with. So if we're all the same, it's gonna be a pretty good race. So that's what I was hoping. I'm on the outside in that red and black car, the number 12. If you guys didn't catch that already, I just figured I'd say that by now. But pretty good field. I think it's a full field here. They had a consolation race, LCQ, I still like to call it. Getting ready to go green here. Green flag drops. Everyone's flooring it, wide open. Still in P4. Looking on the inside of that third place car. Top 4 kind of broke away a little bit early, right off the bat. Starts are really important here. Coming down the front straightaway for the first lap. We're gonna go ahead and jump on board. Action looks pretty good right now. We got a second and third battling pretty good, but it's pretty bad if we're trying to distance ourselves from the rest of the pack. So I'm trying to figure out what I should do, if I should lift, try to pass. I mean, I'm always trying to get positions, but at the same time, I'm trying to race smart. I want to finish the race, not wreck myself or someone else especially. That's really bad. So I'm just trying to figure out how to pass someone here without wrecking, because it's really difficult unless they make a big mistake or just say, yeah, he's way faster than me, I'm going to give him the room, which really doesn't happen. So, yeah, like I said, the front straight was real bumpy. You saw me get out of line there. That really threw me around. Like, you guys will see later on as the track gets a little bit more rough, it starts to bounce more. And back straightaway, we're three-wheeling it, coming into the corner there, sliding all the way up to that wall almost. You actually don't even feel that you're that close to the wall until you watch the replays. Even right here, you can tell down the front straightaway how close we actually get to those walls. It's pretty awesome. And netcode, you know, I'm glad there's really not much netcode in this game, because probably would have made contact a lot just like that right there. If there was netcode, any little bit of netcode, that guy would have been taken out. So glad that, you know, this service is a pretty good game and, you know, lets us race like this. So close battling here for third. It's the same guy from the heat race. Oh, we got a wreck in front of us and we walled it. So let's go ahead and check that out. Looks like lap car just got in the wall. I tried to avoid it, went too far down and couldn't get the car to turn. So it messed my car up pretty good. It kind of pulled to one side, so it favored one side, so it kind of felt like it was off balance. But it was still drivable, and I didn't have to pit meatball flag, so we were still good. Still starting P4, and it looks like we got a good jump on the guy in third, and we're going to go ahead and hopefully seal that spot. Now we're still on the outside of him, coming into 1 and 2, or on the outside of, or on the outer 2. Down the back straightaway, we've cleared him. Now we got the leaders in front of us battling. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. I got, you know, they're inside and outside, and I'm just kind of there. Got a distance on fourth already, so not worried about anyone trying to pass me now. Just trying to worry about someone in front of me. And we had another yellow. Go ahead and check that out. Looks like a blue car put a slider on someone and just lost it. Got some help there, and made a little pile up there in the back. A little bit of yard sale. Back to a green flag restart here, inside row. Trying to get second place down the front straightaway. I've never really been on the inside, so I gave him a lot more room than I probably should have, because he got the run on the exit and pretty much cleared me. So I had to jump back up, waste of time. A little sad, but we didn't get the position, but it's okay. Try to figure it out in the long run. On board with myself, we're about halfway here, a little bit past halfway, running P3, first and second right in front of me. Going into 3 and 4 and that slick stuff. We definitely have a really good entry in 3 and 4, I'll say that. From the DuPont car and this black and purple car in front of me. We have a really good entry. I'm not sure if it's the way I enter, but here again, I think I'm a tenth or two quicker than this guy, at least for the time being. Couldn't figure out a way to get around him cleanly, so I'm just waiting for him to make a mistake. I could throw a mean slider, but I mean, sometimes people don't they don't acknowledge you're throwing a slider, so they'll just keep their normal line, and it look like you'll just take them out. So you can't really do that. I mean, you can, but you can't. So I'm just gonna play it safe. Hopefully he makes a mistake. Track's getting really rough, dry, bumpy, nasty, slip and slide. You tell all those bumps on the front straightaway. We nabbed the wall just a tick. In these cars, guys, if you do any of the 360 races, you're going to notice you like to get on the wall a little bit, and it's really cool how you can actually hit the wall in this game and not crash. You can actually kind of just touch it and keep going like nothing happened. So it's really nice to do that, and kind of adds more of the realism factor a little bit. You know, it goes up a bit. But if you guys enjoyed this video so far, please leave a like. It means a ton, and I'll be doing weekly videos on iRacing. Going into 3 and 4, still trying to just catch up to second at least. First is pretty far out. We're going to need a caution here for me to want to even mess with first. But right now, my goal is to try to get second. Running that all the way up there in the cushion. Trying to get this thing going. Trying to find a different line. Looks like second picked up on something and started pulling away a bit. And looks like I nabbed the wall in 3 and 4. And sandwiched my front end pretty good. Now, the reason behind this was I couldn't get the car rotated. like it kind of felt like it just pushed a little bit more than usual, and I didn't figure that out. Like, why did it push? You know, I've been running normal for, you know, the entire race, and all of a sudden it pushes one lap. Like, what's the difference? And if you actually look right here, I hit the wall coming in, and I want to say that definitely affected on how the car rotated and how late it started to rotate. So we run so close to the wall as is. Look at the guy in front of me, how close he is, and it just kind of made up that gap right there that I usually have, or that gap that I'm usually comfortable with. It just took that gap away and put me in the wall because I had nowhere to go after I hit that wall. I mean, I didn't know I was actually going to be that close to the wall, so I was a little surprised when I hit it. I'm like, wow, I really did hit the wall. So totaled the car completely. Had like 25 minutes repair time with like 6 laps to go. Definitely no way I'm going to finish this race. So yeah, that was it, guys. I'm sorry we couldn't finish, but I thought it was a pretty decent enough race to put on YouTube, so I went ahead and did that. And look at this pit entry. It's probably the best one of 2018. Get to ride that tire right there because I'm stupid and I couldn't get the car to turn, but it doesn't even matter because we're not going to finish anyways. So who cares? But alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Like I said, please sub. It's free. And leave a like if you did like it. I'll be doing more videos for you guys in the future. Stay tuned.